Hello YouTube, this is Antibody with Team Xonotic, and take a look at the digits. We have a new version for you. Xonotic 0.8.2 was released on Saturday at about 2:30 p.m. actually. So it's been quite a while. It's been over a year since we've done a release, and let me just say that the team has not been sitting idle, twiddling their thumbs for that year. We've been hard at work adding new enhancements, and now that the whole release hubbub has died down, I'd like to take a little bit of time to show them to you. So how about that? So to start, we got a couple of new maps. We'll start with this one, Boil by Kunyu the Frog. Forgive my potato computer, it may take a little while to load, but in the end we will be rewarded with this lovely, lovely construction here. So I'm not going to go into this too much. I did a whole 15-minute video walk through this guy. It's a beautiful map. It's suited for free-for-all deathmatch, TDM, and if you're truly adventurous and don't feel concerned by being lonely for minutes at a time, maybe duel. Okay, so maybe duel in there. All right. So while we're here, while we're in this map, I'd like to take the opportunity to show you some of the other new shiny features that we have. The first of which is ooh la la. This is the new Hager model. So Morphid, our weapon modeler, has been hard at work making some gorgeous weapons, and it really shows. So you could see the kind of the light dance off this beauty, but let's see what it looks like when it fires. Oh yeah, heavy feel, but it looks great. Loading, twirling around, it's awesome. All right, so that's the new Hager model. All right, let's see if I can find the Devastator. Just down here. Okay, here's the new Devastator, also by Morphid. Let's take a look at that guy. Let's move around in the light to see some of that guy's features. Looks so sexy. Looking nice. Look at the light dance across that beauty. All right, so new weapon model, but also you notice the projectile? The projectile's new as well. Pretty cool thing there. As usual, nothing's changed about how you can guide it and whatnot. Okay. While I'm navigating down to the latest edition, I'll also say that these were all funded by Jeff. So Morphid has taken a donation from Jeff in order to produce these high quality models. So thank you Jeff, for making that possible. Okay, so I went all the way downstairs to, there's no stairs here. I went down ramp to get the grenade launcher, aka mortar. A lot of the oldies will call it a mortar, but look at this guy. This guy packs a punch. You could just tell by the way it looks. So let's see how that looks. Nice action going on in here. So this is the new grenade launcher. So sexy. I know. I think you're gonna hear that term a lot from me. You know, there's a lot of svelte sexiness going on in this release. So I think the models of these weapons really contribute to a good feel, a heft. I know it's just visual pixels being drawn on your screen, but it really feels like I'm wielding something of great power and something that can deal great damage. All right, so while we're here, I also wanted to mention some of the weapons changes. So let's see if I can find the Crylink. Yeah, this is down here all the way at the bottom. So the first thing that I'd like to mention is the Hager primary used to have spread on it. Well, no more. That spread's gonna allow you to really hone in on your opponents and do some splash damage in the areas that you intend to hit. Okay, so there's that. What else do we have? The Electro Secondary. So same thing with this one. It's up. These aren't straight firing as usual, but these no longer have any spread on them. They used to have a little bit of spread there. And lastly, and this one's kind of hard to see, but the typical hexagonal or pentagonal spread on the Crylink, it used to all detonate at the same time. So if you hit your enemy with just like one of those little electricity bundles, all of them would go off. So that's not the case anymore, and I can't. It's really hard to illustrate that. But so you're gonna have to take my word for it. But yeah, little weapon changes that can be potentially very useful in combat situations. All right, so that's enough that I wanted to show on Boil. Let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit and head over to another new map that we're adding, Erbium by Justin. So let's have a look at that guy. So Justin is known for his fantastic texture work. So and just general ambiance. I guess that's how I want to say it, is ambiance in his map. And just look at this thing. I mean, amazing look and feel to this map. We're so excited to have it in our portfolio. So thank you very much, Justin. But let's walk around a little bit. Gorgeous. And we got like roots of trees and stuff going in here. I can't exactly remember if I did a map walkthrough of this guy. But if I did, I probably mentioned how cool this waterfall is. And that the vortex is basically behind the waterfall. That is just a nice touch. So bravo, Justin. It's a beautiful looking map, and go out there and play it today. It's super cool. All right. Now, just like we did on Boil, I'm going to try to show off a couple of other features while we're here. Let me see. Did I already go through all of these? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe this is a good place to show this. But for you configuration junkies out there, so you got maybe 104 keys on your keyboard, and you can slap binds on all of them in Xonotic, and but hey, maybe you want more, and maybe that's fine. That's totally fine. So to enable you, I know we're enabling you in your habit, so you can hit F8 and go into what's called a quick menu. All right, so I'm just hitting F8, and it's like a toggle thing, but this allows you to get your customization fix. So if you've run out of key bindings, you can put something into like a simple text file to expand your customization options. What can go in there, you ask? Well, a lot of different things. I won't elaborate on all of the possibilities here. I would really stress that you go and take a look at the official release blog post where I've linked the text file where you can customize these things. So yeah, did I say customization enough? Yeah, so quick menu, and it's pretty nice. So let's just do a chat, and I'll just these are default ones, obviously. So yeah, quick menu. All right. So I think that's all I want to show you on Erbium for the time being. So let's go and switch gears again to capture the flag. And this is kind of an oldie but goodie. So for the former Nexius players out there, this was a really popular map back in the Nexius days, where it was, I think, mostly played in the geomonetary version, but this is geoplanetary by my good buddy Mintox, and this is just an absolutely fantastic capture the flag map. As you could tell, big open spaces make it really a team challenge to navigate your flag carrier all the way from up here. So let's go all the way up here, and we'll just do like a quick cap here. Okay, so you go all the way down. This is just one path of many, right? So we're just gonna hop, skip, and a jump, and voila. Okay, so one cool feature of this map, and I know I haven't done a map review of this, maybe I should, is this warp zone. So lots of great possibilities, great use of the feature that we added in Xonotic, which wasn't there in Nexius days. So yeah, geoplanetary is out there on bundled with the game now. So +1. All right, so while I'm in this map, let me show you, dear viewer, some of the stuff for the new item panels. Oh, maybe we'll have to see that later. I don't have this. I don't have that particular feature enabled. Ignore what I just said. I'll have to go out on a public server to show you that. So how about we do that right now? it's just easiest for me to show you on a public server. So we're just going to go to dual New York hub server. Okay, so let me just so note up in the upper right hand corner, we're in warm up right now. So that's a key importance. So you see the item timer panel on the left there. So when we introduced this in the last release, this was done by Terrence Hill, but this is really to increase the immersion of spectators and commentators like myself in the game. So just, we can't always keep track of all these items when we're trying to comment on strategy or tactics. So instead, we get these nice waypoints and the item timing panel on the left to help us out. So really useful, and it's available for not just mega health and mega armor, but even things like strength or the 50. So yeah, again, it's just really useful when you're trying to educate people about the game, or just to make them more aware of how to play deathmatch or just play Xonotic effectively, really. Okay, so let me go back to a server that I can control here, and let's just go in Dark Zone. Let's give it a couple of bots to start. Okay, so Dark Zone, obviously a Quake favorite, redone heavily by Cortez, who did a great job on this map. But we started off looking at like a brand new feature. So this wasn't there before in Xonotic 0.8.1. So this is a new pathway. That's the Mega Health up there, and that's kind of like a central hub down there. So this is a new pathway which greatly changes the gameplay. So like huge. Hard to overstate the changes there. Completely changes the dynamic of duels on the map in particular. All right, so let me come up here. So there's also some visual niceties. You see that guy over there? You can't get out there, but it sure is purty. Look at how purty that is. All right. So while we're here, let me see if I can go and grab a machine gun, because that is the best way to illustrate this next feature, which is damage text. So take a look. See those little yellow dots? That's the damage text I'm talking about. So that's new in this release, is the ability to see how much damage you're dealing when you hit your opponents. So super useful, as you can imagine. And not only, let me get away from the box for a second. So not only can you see that, it's really configurable. So if you go into the settings panel on a game and then damage text, there's all sorts of things that you can configure. Hey, you don't like yellow? Fine, make it pink. Why not? Pink's good. Pink's fine. You can change the font size, and then how long they last and stuff like that. So yeah, more customization. Very cool to have. Useful. So if you recall, in the last release, we introduced like the attenuated hit sounds. So if you make a big devastator direct hit, then that may give a deeper sound than like just the little dings that you're hearing when I hit with a machine gun round. So that's the auditory affordance, but having this damage text is just another useful affordance for people who aren't necessarily as keen on the sounds. All right, so let me get rid of the bots so I can kind of reduce the noise here a little bit. Bots, go away. I'll stay on Dark Zone for the time being. Okay, so let's just say that there is a cup going on, like a dual cup, and you're like 10th in line. So you got a long ways to go before it's your turn to play. So don't be bored. Why be bored when you can have one of our newest features, mini games? Ooh, yeah. So you could challenge your fellow spectators to any number of these games that you see on the left here. I'm just going to do Pong because it's kind of easy and has AI. So let's add an AI player. Yeah. So, okay, I'm on the right. Yeah, so this it's just a fun way to kind of hang out in the server, get to know your fellow spectators a little bit better, and stay engaged by playing Pong while people are dueling. Yeah, anyway. So that's available with the F9 key by default. So I just hit F9 and then you can use the mouse cursor from there on out. But another neat little feature to kind of keep you engaged. Maybe you've done like 5 duels in a row, you need a break, and tic-tac-toe will scratch that itch nicely. So you have that there. Okay, so these were created by Melano. I'm not going to say his full name because I'm sure I'm going to butcher it phonetically. So these were done by Melano, and they're a quite nice addition, like a nice, tasteful thing to have. Okay, so for this next feature, we're going to switch modes all together, and we're going to go into Court Fun. Okay, so the mode, before I go into it, the mode is Onslaught, so it's kind of like a capture this control point, these little areas in the map to win the game. I'm not going to do this with any bots. Begin. So let me go and grab this control point, and I'm going to grab another one to demonstrate. All right, where's the next one? I think there's another one. Nope. We want to go this way. Control point is under construction. Okay, cool. So let's go back to where we were. So none of this stuff is new, but what is new is what I'm going to show you next. So let's go back to that first one that we captured. And what's going to happen when I get close is it's going to prompt you to hit a button. And if you want to hit a button, then you can have the opportunity to teleport to any of the other control points that you hold right now. So by default, this is like the drop flag bind. So I have that bound to backslash, so it's going to tell me, oh, actually, I don't have it bound right now. Sorry about that. Let's fix that. Oh, briefly, drop flag. Yeah, I'm just going to make it backslash because I know I don't have anything else there. Oops. All right, so if I come up to this, it's going to say, hey, hit backslash. And then, I'm on the red team, so I can choose any of these ones that I've captured already. All right, and, new gameplay possibilities. So if you have good coordination within your team, you can increase your likelihood of a victory by coordinating when and where you teleport to, bring forth the most damage upon the enemy. That sounds kind of epic, doesn't it? Bring forth the damage. Squire, bring me the damage. And you could just teleport instead of, getting off your butt and bunny hopping over there. So that's always nice. All right, so what else do we have? Yes. So the HUD. The HUD is like the heads-up display, aka the visual elements that you can see on your screen. So those 100 that you see at the bottom of the screen, those are HUD elements. So let's see what Terrence Hill has in store for us next. So if I knock myself, I disabled it. Anyway, so this is a good point to show how we find new options. So if I say search, shake, I can pull up exactly what I'm looking for. What do you know? So this new feature is called HUD Dynamic Shake, and it does as its name kind of indicates. If you take damage or maybe you drop from a huge distance, you're gonna see your HUD give a little shimmy. All right, so let's enable that. Okay, so pay attention to the 100 and like the timer in the upper right hand corner. Okay, see how it kind of gives us a little jiggle, or maybe a big jiggle if it's a big hit. So yeah, that's the HUD shake or HUD dynamic shake CVAR in play. So really cool aspect of immersion, like a really nice feature there. All right, Help me. Help me. So many features. So many features to go over. Okay. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Let's talk about overkill. So let's see if I can get overkill going. Maybe the easiest way is to just join an overkill server. There's nobody on here right now, so that works for my purpose. Forgive me for my downloads. I have not done an atonement at the altar of overkill in quite a while. All right. Wow, look at that map. Okay, so what I wanted to show you were these weapon models. So there's more weapon models. Also by Morphid. Also funded by Jeff. How cool is that? So this is kind of the Vortex equivalent. If I can hit anything. This is like the most distracting level ever. Alright. So yeah, I'm getting torn up because all I see is like dots. Anyway, so you have the Vortex, and you could see briefly the shotgun. So here's the kind of like big shotgun. Nice little animations in there. Okay, and then lastly we have this MG, this super high-powered MG. Die! Goodness. All right, so there's those models. Thank you, Morphid, once more. He makes really, I mean, look at that thing. That looks awesome. If I wasn't being accosted by bots, I could just sit here and like drool for a while. I'm kind of starting to drool here right now. All right, so anyway, we better move on before I get slobber all over the microphone. Okay, so Mario, our beloved, hilarious developer, has been working hard on lots of different mutators. So let me show you one of them. He has 3 of them. So Rocket Minsta, which is like, as its name indicates, it's like Instajib, but with rockets instead. So instead of like a hit scan weapon, you get a splash damage weapon, but you know, splat. And then another one is called Vampire Hook. And that is, I think you can either, you know, suck the energy or health points out of people that you hook, or if it's a teammate, you can give it back. And then the last mutator is the breakable hook. So you could kind of, I think it's if you hit a hook with like a rocket or a laser or something, then you could break it. All right, so anyway, I'm going to show you Rocket Minsta because that's just cool. All right, so to do that, if you are going into your create game menu, hit mutators, you have to enable Instajib. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to start on like, I don't know, what's a bigger map? Maybe we just go after slime. Fine. Okay, so we wait for it to load up. All right, so you have this vaporizer. Looks harmless enough, but oh no, oh my! If you hit that fire button, holy crazy! Oh wait, sorry, premature. Let me enable it first. Haha. GRM1. So that's how you do it. Is GRM1. I think this is going to be incorporated in the menu system somehow in the future, maybe make it a little bit easier. But for right now, it's, you know, we kind of have a ton of options already. So no more puny vaporizer. Boom. That's what I was going for. And, you know, kind of let you all down with the premature kind of stuff. But boom, look at that. So awesome. So this is super fun to play with a bunch of people. I mean, it's just hilarious. So give Rocket Minsta a try. I know it was hugely popular in the Nexius days. I really enjoyed it. But it's here in Xonotic and it's shipped by default, so why not? I mean, that's just fun. It has a good beefy sound to it. So all right. I think that is just about all the features that I wanted to cover for you this evening. I'd really encourage you to go and read the full release blog post. And, if that interests you, if you like what you're seeing, sign up for a forum account and, ask questions, get involved in the community. We're here. We want to talk with you. So, again, I'm Antibody. I'm with Team Xonotic. Get yourself your copy of Xonotic 0.8.2. Get it today. All right. I'll see you around. I'll see you out on the servers. Happy fragging.